Hey, there we go. All right, all right. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Ah, doing pretty
Hopefully
good.
rested.
Sleep
Eh,
eludes me, sir. It eludes me.
this was a long week last week. That was.
Boy, was it. Uh,
I am looking forward to unpacking all of it. All of it. I got my friend
I
here
was gonna
with us,
say
our co-host.
most of it. I can't believe they let you keep it. Well, like a true movie star, it's always good when the talent gets to keep something from the production. Um,
Listen, the fact that I didn't get as many scenes as I was promised meant I was owed. I was
uh,
owed.
what's one thing that you stole from the that? And I'm sure we'll talk about all of that and
Oh,
more.
yeah,
Um,
I was very disappointed no one got my practice cartwheels on camera. Um, somebody
everybody was
asked somebody asked if I could
very
do it. I'm like, "I'm sure I can."
And everybody's
Stress
very, very worried about like filming because the whole hey guys don't post anything anywhere.
Right.
The whole was it the Guardian Center guys were like please don't post anything. And then the director comes out, get out your cameras, get out your like oh so
Oh, he told you to get out of your oh, see, they told all of us still? They're like, no cameras," and nobody ever told us that we
well
could
so
after the fact.
well I know, but that's what Guardian Center told everybody, and then the
Oh,
director comes out and goes,
boo, boo, boo,
get your phones out, film for me. I'm like, y'all need to get together, and figure this out. Um,
boo.
but no. So one, hey, thank you for coming out. For all the
Oh,
Den
of
and
course.
Outfitter guys, all of the CRISPR first comment
CRISPR.
of the night. Special thanks to CRISPR. He was on the ground with all of us on Tuesday, all the way till through the event.
Yep.
Um, you know, Folks Haggis.
Haggis.
Most
What's
of the
up, buddy?
crew guys were asking, how did you guys select people for Tuesday all the way through Friday? And I was like, hey, one, it was find the most reliable folks that will deliver. Um, that was one. And man, the community rallied in a way that was just awesome. Because guys took off from work, you took off from your business,
Yep.
um, and I think we're gonna be in a movie. So our major, you're here. Um, and so
That might have a little something to do with it. A little something to do with
yeah. So everybody's like, I'm here to help you with your movie. I'm like, it's not my movie. Um,
it.
so
What's up, Nick? What's up, Snake?
you
What's up,
know,
Anthony? How you doing, guys?
for guys to come out and help Guardian Center do a promo video for civil disturbance operations, phenomenal. And then on Friday we had more about 47 more role players they needed, so a total of 100 folks.
Wow.
Um, you know, just and I know guys are like, hey, I want to use my coupon code. Yes, yes. I'm not going to just publicly disclose the coupon codes because then it would be fair to the guys who were there. Um, but what to me the biggest success of this event was not the actual event itself; it was the roundtable.
That you know, we talk, you and I have talked about doing that for a little while, and it it coming together with the people who were on it too. That was really cool. Getting folks even like Bubba and Sisu on it was really cool to get their perspectives, and actually getting everybody there and being able to do it and it going. What did we do, like 2.5, which was really cool.
Yeah, I
And I don't even
mean,
think we scratched the surface. I think
no,
it
there
was
was
so
so
much
much more
more
to
to do.
talk about.
Yeah.
Um, joke around, we bring the heads of the five families, but um,
Crispr. Long live the round table.
long live
Absolutely.
the round table. More of a hexagon,
Christian,
um,
what's up, buddy?
or an
Colt.
octagon. Um, so that to me was a huge success. And then you had going into, excuse me, wife distraction. Um, um, then you had the event itself, starting with the tier one. Um, you know, man, 100. I think all told, we were pushing 800 folks with the
Oh,
sponsors. sponsored players to help clean the AO, which we'll talk about that in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking like 788,
That's
790,
ridiculous.
18 vehicles on in operating, 18 technicals.
That's crazy.
So
That was
yeah,
that the biggest you've ever been to? Not
that is
first big.
that breaks all previous records.
That's been. Congratulations. First of all,
Yeah,
congratulations on that. That's amazing.
and we had
Um,
shitty weather. I mean,
the
you know,
weather could
um,
have been improved. And yes, Nick, I that was a fantastic caption, by the way. Are you trying to talk to me while I'm working?
yeah,
Um, the the weather could have been more cooperative. Those of us from warmer climates on Sunday could
once
have.
once again, Southern Georgia has amazed us with every season in a single 3-day span. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Friday
No
was
thanks.
gorgeous. Friday was amazing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
until the
and
tier one.
is that when it started? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Because I
Yeah, that
saw Bubba and Caesar
so
come. They were like, yeah, yeah.
so okay, tier one ripped from the headlines was a Maduro-esque, the newly elected president and vice president of Guardia. The outgoing regime didn't want to give up office, so they provided a push in detail on the incumbents. Mill swim, Bubba, top rope,
Yep. There
sir.
it is. Hang on.
There
Oh,
it is.
I got to throw it up there.
Hashtag
'Cause I
mill
call it
swim.
Operation Cirrus Viking. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
that
yes,
as in
sir.
Serious Cloud,
Cirrus,
but Mill
Cirrus.
Swim works better. I like Mill
Yeah,
Swim.
mill swim. Top comment of the night so far.
Yep.
Um, so again, you know what? The one thing that we forgot to do, and we'll do tonight on your show, is announce the winner of the Lancer 240.
Oh God, yeah,
Because
okay.
much going on, so much going on. Um, so we'll back up. The
Yeah.
little bird came in. Big shout out to Ghost and the crew for getting everybody chronoed. All the folks that supported the filming. Shane got them all safety briefed. I mean, everything just came together in a way that I'm not going to say it was all planned because it fucking wasn't. No, I'm kidding. Um,
And
it
it
was
seemed like it was though. I
no. I mean, we had talked about things, and it was like, hey, what about this? That's a great idea. Get it ready to do. Hey, Sal, flyaway package for Chrono. Awesome, Ghost. Make that. Let's do that. Um, and we had a professor from Texas A&M come out and observe how we were doing these things. What makes people want to do combat sim? And he's just walking around going, "There's so much to see. Um, how do you
Not
control all of it?"
rainfall. I will I don't put that in your notebook as what makes us want it. Not rainfall.
No, not
Definitely does.
rainfall. Trevor, what's going on, dude? Um, so, yeah, so Tuesday, we arrive, get there, we get everything ready. It was great having so much time to prepare. Too much time,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. Um, you know, but I'm trying to get to GTI, excuse me, earlier for Stonebreaker, so we can receive folks. Um,
Before I lose him, if Snick's still on, I know he set up something. He did a little something new with the whole towers and everything like that. Um,
yeah,
and I'm just curious how that worked out. I before we lose him, otherwise I'll throw it at you.
yeah.
How well did it
Um,
work as well as expected?
the
Did it
cell
improve things
towers,
for
yeah,
you?
it worked.
Yeah.
Godfather led an effort to set up a field network. Basically, wherever we go, we're going to bring our own cell system. Gabe was like, "Congratulations! We now have Third Coast Airsoft Cellular, and we're setting up a cellular. What amounts to a cellular towers across the damn AO." And I was okay. So him, Geezer, and Dallas are over there, freaking putting these towers up everywhere, and it is a preview into things to come. Um,
Yep.
because sometimes we find these great AO, and so working a drug deal with Starlink and ATAC out there, like the ATAC guys out there um, for the one. We're gonna get their video and stuff. Anthony Bergsman,
Awesome.
when is
Awesome.
Stonebreaker? Stonebreaker, sir, 1, 2, 3 May. So 1st to the 3rd of May.
There you go.
Let me
And we will chat about that a little bit later
absolutely.
on. We're right here with the right now, talking about
So
Operation Serious
yes.
Viking.
So let's do something. Uh, hmm. So yeah, that was a lot of work getting that set up.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, Colt, the rain destroyed the repeater. But there was some radio issues, I guess.
But we learned that radios are not waterproof
Your
in any way.
$28 bagel fang is not waterproof? What do you mean?
Yeah, you don't say,
Stop
right?
it.
So, oh well. Um, so the tier one Friday night, very Maduro-esque. Had to get those guys. Had to get the vice president, the president of the newly elected guys out of country. 4 platoons. Coach went above and beyond. He added 4 different maneuver elements, 2 of which were notionally fast roping on top of buildings. One was a mounted platoon, and the other one was a dismounted platoon moving to secure a crash site. Dude, in the real world, that is scary to have that many moving pieces and a helicopter for extraction. I fuck it, let's do it. And so Friday night, Friday, Paul lands from Airborne Tactical Training Solutions. We tell him, hey, good news, you're flying tonight, and he's like, what? And then we told him what the plan was, and we were going to put G&G on the skids with Snick and Angel, the crew chief. Then at the end of the tier one, we were going to put the role player on the skids and fly the dude out. Mother Nature said, no. And so it happens.
You you have
And
to
instead,
occupy Coach with
we
something
fell
else,
back
by
to,
the way. He's got too
well, what do
much
you
time. He's
mean?
sitting at home, and he's like, so if I blow this up this way, and I can get just these more over here, we can tunnel underneath. Yeah, it just
Yeah,
he's got way too much time.
yeah, way too much time on his hands. So it just, dude, so many moving pieces. I'm proud that it all came together, and in a way that you could not have asked, um, minus the weather. Um, Guys had a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Uh, and if you did the tier one, you literally saw the entire AO. I think only Blue Platoon, who was with me, the mounted platoon, they didn't get to see much more. They got to see a part of the AO that they would not see otherwise. Um, but silver, gold, and
Hmm.
green, they saw the length of the. They saw the
I do got
length of the actual subway. That's high praise, and that's all on that's all on the TCA staff,
it.
because Papa will see it. I was probably the first one awake and the last one to go to bed every day. Big shout out to Bubba, Putnode, and Werewolf for managing all of the role players, taking that on, because that would have occupied, just doing the administrative stuff behind the scenes with Guardian was a full time gig. Um, so
I I
if it
gotta
hadn't
give
been for
credit.
the
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to.
no, go
I
ahead,
got
please.
I gotta give credit to Werewolf. First of all, everyone you selected to do every job absolutely crushed it. I mean, just throw that piece out there. I know you've got the TCA staff, but when you start bringing in guys that are affiliates, that are this
Right.
and trusting them to do what they did, Werewolf was 1000% in his element. 1000%. Chris killed it. He was in it, on it, and all Bubba ever had to do was good. Okay, what do you need from me? Got it. And that was and we just ran with it. Um, and it's not easy when guys are standing outside for 7 hours waiting for that next thing. During the filming to get them to to join in on that next thing. So, but even during the event, all your guys, including your new one, are you frozen? You are
No,
frozen.
no, not
Oh,
frozen. Chosen.
yep, there you go. Okay, you moved in and came back.
Okay.
Chevy, just want to congratulate Chevy for um, being on. He's new. Is he still a trial or is he on TCA staff?
We'll keep him. He's kind of like a stray. No, he's the rescue that we're gonna keep. Um, no, man, he this was his probation. Being the low man.
Hmm.
Um, and I think he did well. I think he did well.
He was
Um,
he's got that young kid energy though because he was running everywhere he went.
must be
That
nice
young
to have
Marine energy.
knees. Must be
Yep.
must be nice to have knees. But no. Um, Jacob McQuinston. Yeah, dude, Jacob. Dude was in a car wreck on the way to the event, and still like, I gotta go. I gotta get there. I was like, I
That's
saw photos, and
dedication, boy.
I
He's
was
like,
like, oh
yes.
my god, dude. So yeah, dude. Um,
That's awesome. Yeah, it was fantastic. The whole game was fantastic. Look, if I played in the rain, it was good. Because nighttime, you got me playing at nights now. Now in the rain, you got me playing in the rain. So it must be good.
so this was operationally. I know we tried them. We showed them off at Gladius. This was the first time force on force mortars.
Oh,
Like this
okay.
was
It
the
took me a
you
second
know
to piece that together. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah Western
What's up with
had
that?
them, Eastern had them, and they were shooting them at each other. Um, so we were quite really impressed. Um, 7 minutes into StartX, bunch of green players walking across the gravel yard just south of the helipad, and all of a sudden something just detonates amongst them, and they're just like, "What in the?" And out come the dead rags. They all take a
Yep.
knee, and some dude comes running over there and starts medic. And I'm like, I'm looking at my watch. It's 11:07,
That's
and
awesome.
I was just like, that just happened. Um, so Nate Lord, as I was just describing, Misfit Six, in and then later on, these guys are sitting. I saw some video from Hale. Um, he's it just happened to fall in with the mortar section, and he's watching these guys work the tubes,
Hmm.
and yeah, man. Yeah, William, absolutely right. Eastern all of a sudden on Sunday was like, we have mortars. Shit, we better use them. Tim Wingo was using his on Saturday, but the two mortar tubes that were issued to Eastern really came to effect on Sunday.
That's awesome.
So could not have asked for a um, better utilization of a brand new system that's bringing so much more to the event.
Oh man, the you got like you said, you had 18 technicals. Start there.
Yep.
I mean, the mass amount of people which Guardian Center could every bit could hold. I mean, it wasn't overcrowded by any means. 18 technicals constantly in motion. Um,
Yeah.
Mortars being fired across, basically end to end. Mortars being fired all over the place. What a that alone, and then you always have outliers, and I don't care. I'm not going to talk about them because there's always people that want to play a certain way, and that's fine. But for the most part, everybody, and I'll sooner talk about green than tan being, not being good sports. For the most part, everybody were good sports. You There's always an outlier. It doesn't matter where you go, but for the most part, everybody wanted to play right,
So
and
there's
that
that whole 80-20 rule where
Mhm.
normally at our events, you have 80% that are trying to do the right thing. You've got 10% that are just new and they're just overwhelmed. It's like
Mhm.
sensory overload. And you got that 10% that are like, I don't care. I'm just here to do my thing. I don't even know who the producer is. Okay, so that's your makeup, right? This one's more like about 65% TCA. Um, you've got 10% new that are like, this is my first time, and you pick this one. Um, and then you've got that 25% that are just, I don't give a shit who's hosting it. We're just here to get our BB on.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. You know, like, and you could tell by uniformity and iPro. You know, hey, let's be in the right uniform. Well, so and so lets us run around with whatever. Great, I'll call that. I'll call that producer and tell him to issue a refund. Um, and then later on, they kind of get it. They're like, I understand now. Good, awesome. Um, and then we talked about things. We Yeah, you got to
Gotta
make
make
your own
that.
fun, Trevor.
Yep.
You have to,
Yep.
and part of that is buy-in. Like Snick always says, buy in, buy in, buy in. Buy into the scenario, buy into the mythology. Um, get into it in terms of what it is, what it's supposed to be. Um, Guys like, this isn't chill sim. This is not what I was promised. And I'm like, I'm sorry. He goes, no, no, no. It's a great thing. He goes, I didn't realize I was getting into like a full-on conflict. Airstrikes and mortars and vehicles and oh, by the way, people shooting BBs at me. Like, I'm like, that kid was on jazz. He was really fired. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good. This is why we produce events. Um, he goes, I'm going to take this back to my home field and you know and tell them, hey guys, this is what it's like. Can we somehow get it going here? And I'm like, there you go. That's what we want to see. Take that
Yes.
back to your home
Yes. Yes.
field. Where are you from? Florida. Okay, great. Do you live near Dead End Outfitters? I mean, you know. And he's like, I live in like right by Mississippi. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like,
Nope.
he was away from everything. But then he linked up with some players from Mississippi, Southern Mississippi, and I was like, all right. By the end of the weekend, the guy had friends that play airsoft, and they were like talking about linking up the following weekend. So I was like, okay, good. This is a good thing. Grow the hobby. Um, but yeah, we had some we had some knuckleheads,
It-
but not,
there's always going to be, and there's no way of stopping that beast.
yeah,
The best you can
yeah,
do is determine. Try to deter it, but you're never going to stop it 100%. Um,
yep.
it was
Uh,
it was. I have to thank you. You put me in a position um, to be around people, and I got to meet some new ones. Got to really form some bonds with some ones that I knew kind of fringe. Um, Guys from FMF uh,
oh yeah,
was super cool. Got to spend a lot of time with them, Rook and Kodiak and those guys.
yep.
Really, really, I'd never had. I've seen him, bumped into him, fell down because he's a big dude, Rook. And and getting to actually know them. But Bubba, getting to really spend time with him, getting to really get to know Sisu, getting really, all these people who were all fringe before. Now I know them better. Um, what a great place to do it, and then get out there and play against them. It was even
Did
cooler. Get to
didn't
see them
we
from
say
across
that?
the
I think me, you, and Bubba said this event. The guys who came out early, were there for the movie production. You could not
Yep.
have asked for a better team building event.
Oh, for sure,
You
for
know,
sure.
um, Guys getting to know each other, guys and gals. Finding out where they're all from, finding out what forces, who they run with. Um, that was great, man. That,
Yeah,
that was
it accidentally was a thing we've talked about before. Trying to find, you can't have a 2 day um, weekend event like that and not do it on Sunday and just have gathering on Sunday. You have to play, all those days. You have to have that to get people's money's worth. But then you don't have the time to really get that bond in. And this just happened
Right.
to be that accidentally. We all got there, and it was great. And like you said, you got all the people that you knew would stand up for you, the people that you knew were going to be reliable and do all that, and then we all got together in the same room and was like, "Wow, nice to meet you. Tell me more about you." So
Yeah.
little have
The
said that Papa isn't in this. It's right here, and there's video and there's pictures.
the epic was it album cover, hardcore
Oh,
bear. You know,
barely
um,
enough. Going on
barely
tour still.
enough. The
Yep.
opening record of their album,
Or hit single "The Stare." Yes.
The Stare.
Um,
Do I want to post that video anywhere?
You are welcome to. I
Uh,
listen. The fact that I wore the shirt should tell you that I don't mind you posting the video.
I just kind of laughed. I was like, I don't know if I want to post this. Maybe that's just for us. Maybe that's just you know. Um,
Ah,
so let me describe. I guess coming into this, you had G&G sponsoring the LMGs for the
mhm.
Huey, or excuse me, for the Huey, for the Little Bird. You had Lancer coming on board and sponsoring the 240 for the giveaway, and the 240 gun team for the Tier One. Um, you had Infinitec, the thermal optics, providing a thermal
Yep.
for the event. ATAC was there doing imagery. Um, Having more of the industry kind of take notice. Midwest Armory bringing in kit. Um, it's great. It's not Third Coast Airsoft the company that's being noticed. It's Third Coast Airsoft players. The
Yes. The whole
community is being
community,
noticed,
Third Coast
and
community.
so
Absolutely.
that is a big deal. Third Coast Nation, as Gabe likes to say it. Um, Rob Skeen still waiting for that Care Bear stare video to drop. Because you asked, bro, I will deliver. I just got to shape it a little bit because Rob sent it to me and kind of plays weird. Um, you know, um, if it were a panda suit, you want him dead, right? So
we
panda hate,
we joked
hashtag
about
panda
that, by
hate.
the way.
Uh,
The bear wrestling the panda. We joked about
uh,
that.
Airborne Tactical Solutions, even Paul brings the heat with the helo, and we're one of the few that does helo operations.
Hmm.
Um, Everybody knows I don't unclinch until that bird shuts down, uh, because helicopter operations in my line of work was not something that we took for granted.
Hmm.
Um, but when you have the best in the business doing it, it's awesome. And we were actually sold out on the Little Bird. So thank you, Third Coast Nation, for actually coming together and buying that vibe and getting on that bird.
I tell you, my
Um,
guy was mad. He was upset. He wanted to get a ticket, and I was like, "Hey, did anybody cancel?" He's like, "No, nobody
nope.
canceled."
And so the good news is we talked with Paul, and he was like, "Hey, next time you sell out like that, let's figure out an extra hour." Like he figured out. He goes, "I can fly. We've proven things at this event. He can fly in twilight. That
Okay.
just before sunset and just after sunset, ambient light. And he did that Saturday. The weather window opened up perfectly. We got put guys in on phase two, something we've never done before. We flew the last three chalks, so that was 45 minutes of flight for the helo mission. You know, excuse me. So afterwards, Paul was like, "Hey, I think next time we need to consider that. If we're sold out going into it, let's figure out how much rotary time you need to buy to open up more tickets." And I was like, "Okay, great, we'll figure that out." Um, the Huey is the Huey's easy to do when it comes to that because it's 9-man chalks.
Right.
So so that'll work. Um, phase
Good.
one. Phase one.
Go ahead.
Where were you at phase one? Where did you? What was your mission?
So we started out. God, phase one. We went over to Wendy. We started over at Wendy. Um, and let's see, we're at Wendy, I think, and then it started raining. I think we were at Wendy when it started raining, or we went back to Wendy when it started raining. I'm trying to remember because that's where we were when it started getting wet. So we might have gone back there. We went from Wendy all the way around by the tunnels, looped all the way around to uh to C-130, then back over to April in the woods, and then to April. Like so, we did like a full. Like we kind of wandered the whole field to try to get our spot. So we were that's and I had a couple of new guys who had never been there before. So it was kind of what they wanted to do as well. Was let's go here, hold this down, and we held. I think we held Wendy uncontested at least all of Saturday. I
Hang
know
on,
that.
I'll tell you the
Or
tale because I still have the phase one scores
if I
on my
remember
phone.
right. What's up, Geese?
Phase one, uh, phase one, Windy 0 points Western, 10,284 points Eastern. So max amount of points per objective could have been 17 to 18,000. Um, so that was yeah. Oh yeah, man. And then Windy, um, yeah, Windy phase two. It was 0 Western, another 24,000 points Eastern. So Windy was definitely Eastern. Like
Yeah.
yeah, the whole time on Saturday. Um, and you could tell there were some new guys because there were some objectives where there should have been a lot of points on the board,
Yep.
but it was like 2,400 points, and you're like, did you guys just forget the object? Yeah, we weren't looking.
That
It
happened.
took a
Yeah, that happened quite a bit. Wendy was held by Western when we showed up, and
That's right. That's
and
right.
we cleared it out. And that's and to have them, and that's the thing to remember. This is not just a team deathmatch. There's objectives. You got to get those objectives.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, big
and we
shout out.
had okay.
Yeah. No. Huge shout out to um, both commanders and the sub
Mhm.
commanders. A lot of people don't realize that Western has two commanders. You've got the line units, the rifle companies, which are led
Mhm.
under the command of Craig White, and
Yep.
then you have the Joint Special Operations Task Force led by Jack Branch. And they have to. They're equals, and they've got to work together to make a plan happen.
And
Eastern,
they're
it's
both
like you
fantastic,
know,
by the way. Both of them, a lot of experience under their belts.
oh yeah. And then over on Eastern, you've got Runaway and the crew. Um, you guys do things differently, in a great, but in a great way, in a really great way. And uh, yeah, Colt Eastern was playing the game, not the BBs. Very much so. This AO is unforgiving if you don't have a good plan.
Hmm.
And boy, did Runaway come in with a solid plan. Uh, I want to come in. I want to establish this. I want to have this by this time. Um, and yeah, the rain kind of gummed it up a little bit because Mother Nature gets a vote.
Yep.
You know.
But
But
how well without comms because the rain messed with the comms. I felt we actually had our AAR today. I felt that even without the comms, we still were able to follow the mission, follow the plan, and I was just passing info up through other guys on chaos who could then pass it off to someone who could then get it to command to move it on over because we weren't able to communicate with anybody. But it was maintaining the best communication you possibly can. You know that
yep,
better, better than most. Keep that communication. It's not just take every objective you possibly can. You got to let somebody know that we've got battlefield intelligence.
right.
If you don't know that these three objectives aren't covered, and these ones have been sitting on for the past 3 hours, we got to get those as well. Split up, find somebody, get them over there. If you're not calling it up, then you don't know, and you're not getting points.
Yeah. And that was a lesson that we talked about at the tier one. Um, 60 players at the tier one, a little over 60 players. Most of them, three-quarters of them, new at tier one. So once again, you're inaugurating a bunch of new guys,
Hmm.
and when you tell them the tier one is designed specifically in mind to bring a lesson forward into the main game. What's the lesson, guys? And they're all Communication. You have to fight to communicate. Holy
Yep.
cow! Bam! Slap the table. That was one of them. Get to know your people. Like while you're standing around and you're all in chaos company. Hey, who are you? Hey, man, I'm from Ocala. Where are you from? I'm from Orlando. No shit. You hear that bonds being made. Um, hey, I saw you have a tier one tab. Hey, man, when what did you learn when you did yours? Oh, this and that. So you heard that conversation happening. Um, it's kind of like a really tactical cocktail party. But anyways,
And actually, that's where is it? Right there. That for sure.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Um,
good. And then
Western. There's a photo somewhere. I think it's Coach or somebody. You look behind him, and the vehicles are lined up, getting ready to roll. And you're looking at what? 4 Humvees, 3 Humvees, and a technical. I mean, Western had. They came to play, and they fought hard. You guys did. I would say that you guys won. Eastern won by a touchdown and a field goal. You know.
okay, yeah.
About 14,000. Let me look at the index score. Um, yes, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I can't. I
100. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I can't speak to Western in regards to that. Obviously, play for Eastern, so I know. But seeing, meeting up, even visually speaking with guys like again FMF, we were a we were a building away. Actually, not FMF, but Saturday night. Um, we were in 27. They were in what is that next 20? Starts with E. I can't remember. Right next to 27, I can see them. I can almost reach them across. That's how close the buildings are, and we're communicating that way because we don't have the comms anymore. We're watching you. Don't worry. Stay on it. We got you covered. For two hours, I think we were in 27 and held it down. It was awesome. Great fight. Great fight.
So the actual score at after the event was all over. It was 135 and change to 149. So a difference of about 14K.
That's
So um, previous years, Western lost by 32 seconds. 32 seconds.
ooh,
Okay. You know, that's 32 seconds of an
that's
objective.
a tough beat. Yeah, that's a tough beat. That's somebody
So,
forgetting to turn the box and then quickly remembering. Yep.
exactly. This one around, 14,000 points. That is literally a touchdown and a field goal. Like, you know, guys are, well, a win is a win. Yeah, yeah. But you saw both sides coming in with some solid strategy, some solid freaking big plays.
My
You're
lone
welcome,
wolf
Eastern.
did it all for Eastern. He
All,
scored all the
all,
points.
all him, man, all him.
All the points. That's
Um,
my lone wolf right there.
yeah, fucking seniority walk across the gravel lot. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm getting after it, man. Like, yep. Um, so yeah, I think both sides have very winnable strategies. Um, we are going to change the alpha locations for next year. If we get to go back, um, uh, we can. The one thing you can't control, two things you can't control: people's emotions and the weather.
Yep.
Um, the weather did us dirty. We left a lot of mud and ruts, and Guardian Center was not happy about that. So we're waiting to see what becomes of that.
Really.
Uh, so yeah. But hey, driving on. Moving on. Going to
What is
interesting.
that?
Whoa.
What is happening? Wow, that was weird. Okay. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Trevor.
Sorry.
Yeah. The events are anyone's game. That's why gameplay is so compelling at third coast. Yeah, that is a very accurate. It's not lopsided. Um, going to Fury, the Fury. Going to Hibernia here in a couple of weeks. Um, more
Not nervous.
intimate. I would say it's very intimate in terms of smaller. It's not 788 players, 790 players. It's going to be more intimate. in
Hmm.
terms of 250, 300, max of 350, boat operations, um, patrolling, small unit clashes. Um, that's, I think, is what's going to really make that one fun. In a state park, in 2 state parks, matter of fact.
Yeah, yeah, you expanded it.
Um,
So yeah.
so, get on a boat and go to Jurassic Park, have fun, um, and have a good time. Um, yeah, Colt Payne, the voice of the Emperor broadcasts. I love how people buy into the lore so much.
Hmm.
Big shout out to Rakondo. If a unit could get a unit commendation, Rakondo, holy crap, man! Um, a squad size element fighting 60 to 80 freaking Western players, and then finally getting dislodged down at Sioux, having to pull back to Dawn. Um, Baker Company, old Baker 6, Rich Cudahy, with his vehicle, with the Comcam. We've stood up an official visual combat unit, uh, you know, led by Hale. Those guys are. He's got some great video telling Baker Company's story. Can't wait to see that. Colt, we do have unit commendations. We just haven't done them in a while. But I think we'll bring them back. I think we will bring them back, just because the thing. Who gets to keep it? You know, you know, it gets to hang out at Papa's place for half the year, and then it goes over to so and so's house. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Let's do it. Yeah, somebody was actually talking about that the other day. It would be cool to have like a trophy for side wins. You can
We used to do
send
guide on
stuff back.
streamers. Dale brought in guide on streamers back in the day, so we'll
Nice,
work on
nice.
that one.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool. But that's nice to be able to, like you said, to be able to display it. Commander wins it or something like that. They get to hold it at some local field or whatever it might
what
be.
have you?
They get to display it. Be
Yeah, so
cool.
we'll work
Yeah.
on that one. Maybe start that one back up at Stonebreaker. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, but we talked about who won the 240, so let's figure this out. Let's see. We'll go back up.
What should we expect from Iron Fury? Colt's asking why you're doing that. Yeah, Sal. What should we expect from Iron Fury?
Hmm. I would tell you that while we're scrolling this random name generator. Uh, Looking for, like I said, small unit actions. Um, Iron Fury, Fury. You guys are gonna make me fuck up and say Fury. Um,
Well, I got the uniform.
ha. Um, let's see who
Except it's
wins this.
pants. So.
Let's see who wins this 240 here. Um, gonna randomly generate a name a few times here just to see. A lot of people don't realize what a medium machine gun is versus a light. Hmm.
I ran an
So
LMG
what?
for the first time, and I don't like
I get.
it. Paul, am I making it to North Carolina next month? Um, of course I am. I have no. I have almost been given no choice.
Oh
Um,
no! Don't say it like that.
listen, I love you, and I will do anything for you. You know that. Of course, I I accepted battlefield commission. How
To
about
command
that?
the Third Imperial Brigade of His
Yep.
Majesty's, Royal Most Highness, highest units, the Third Brigade Commander, Imperial Six, Papa. So
Yep.
I
Thank you
I
very
hear
much for
now I hear you attend the Imperial Court balls because they're the biggest balls there are. Um, so yeah, run with Papa, have a good time.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. Come on out, guys. Come be Eastern, and help support. I'm gonna need all the support I can get for this one.
there are plenty of tickets on the plenty of tickets. Colt is going to be one of your battle captains. slash S6 to help you there,
Take
help
that.
get that put together. Um, so
Bad
make
XO.
sure you get a bad XO. Um, I can tell you that Daniel Davis Fisher will be one of your machine. I don't know if he's what force he is. Daniel Davis Fisher just won the 240. Uh,
Daniel Davis.
Davis Fisher, and I'm going to send him an email here in a little bit. Um, uh,
Fisher.
yeah,
Or no C. All right.
let's see.
FIS.
He just won the 240 from, and it's a. Let me tell you that 240 is a beast. Ask CRISPR. Um, what I like about Lancer's 240 is you can unscrew the flash suppressor and put a tracer kit right on the tip of the barrel. Can't do that with the other brand out there. Um,
Here we go.
so yep. And I'll send Daniel Davis Fisher a congratulatory email to say that he could pick up his brand
Papa
new
6.
Papa Six. We'd be dressed in the part.
Uh,
You know what? A helmet with a panda head, like Tropic Lightning or Tropic Thunder. Um, no. Um,
um, yeah.
anyways,
That's Is that the first time you've done a giveaway like that?
yes, and because one, it was awesome. We've had some digital drawings before. We hadn't done them very recent because we really wanted to do something to highlight a sponsor. And a sponsor came in and said, "Hey, we'd like to do we'd like to do something unique. What do you think?" And I said, "Here you go." Um, did 9 green technicals actually show up? Let's see. FUPA, Doomsday, Joker, Land Cruiser, TDZ, Geo Tracker. Um, I know one broke down. Was on the field for a little bit. So yeah, there was 9 signed up, and we had 9 check in. So I don't know, Sean. I would tell you that uh, I want to say we had 9 actual Green Vic drivers check in. I have 9 insurance things in our folder. So how long they stayed on the field, I don't know. Uh, so, but yeah.
I
Um,
am not dressing like a Soviet general. Not no more Soviet stuff for me
see
anymore.
see if I can find you a Ushanka. There you go. But yeah, on a very serious note, dude, Iron Fury is designed particularly to be a certain way, um, and I think players will really dig the location. Um, who's all going to be there? We'll have on the go. We'll have airsoft junkies. We're going to have at least 2 food trucks. Camping is free, and there's shower facilities. There's electric hookups and whatnot. Cartel, Papa Cartel. Uh,
Oh, not anymore. Not for this.
hmm, hmm. I see in the future a rash of Mexican cartel, airsoft themed games.
We can talk
Um,
about we've got 11 minutes left.
yeah.
Uh,
So, what more do players want to see? Because we're going into Stonebreaker. Obviously Fury is the focus right now, but for Stonebreaker, when they see Warno One drop, they're going to be very very excited. Orale chingon. Yep. Orale chingon. Okay. Bring the baby stroller.
I'll defend
Nightmares.
the talk.
Things that nightmares are made of. Um, so, but yeah. Um, for the folks that came out and supported, and they want to use their film credit, they just got to send us a message and let us know. We'll verify off the list, and then we'll give them a coupon code direct, and they can use it for the event. Um,
It's any upcoming within this year TCA event or just
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yep.
So maybe no 2 hour breaks. Man, William, I love you. Um,
Ugh,
believe it or
I
not,
made that
this
mistake too. We talked about it. I made the error too. I didn't realize it was it wasn't a it wasn't a break. It wasn't an index. It was I'm like, ah, yeah, this is wonderful. Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
it was a pause X. It was a just it,
pause X.
it off and
Uh,
on, off and on. That's what it
yeah.
should have been. Yep.
So
Yep.
so yeah. One of the guys came up and said, "Please, please, please do Iron Dagger this year." And one of the staff stopped what they were doing. They're like, "Put the heavy box down," and they're like, don't you do it, Sal." I'm like, well, as Shane and the guys were like sharpening knives, like I'm like, well, what about this, guys? What if I told you, a 12-hour round one, a break for 6 hours, and then sunrise on Sunday we do the resume X, and they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, because even though there's only 25 players running around at 2 o'clock in the morning till about 6 o'clock in the morning, I have to have 100% staff coverage.
Yep.
So it doesn't work, man. So they were like, yeah, that might work. That might work. I'm like, well, that's about the only way I'm going to get my staff to do it. So you know, 11 to 11 break, come back bright and early in the morning, get back on the field. So Trevor, chances of us looking at AOs closer to Louisiana, brother. I'm looking at a couple, but I gotta, yeah, uh, full send, all gas, no brakes. Yeah,
Let
brother.
me ask.
Yeah,
Um. So Hibernia was very wooded. For the most part, there were some open areas,
yeah.
but a
They
lot of
had done it.
fighting. There was a lot of woods fight. How well do you think the drones will do?
They do
Um,
quite. They actually do
were they
quite
able to
well.
do? Because I know
Yeah,
there's. I mean, I know a couple guys got the thermal drones and stuff like that, so it's kind of
yeah.
irrelevant.
So
But
they actually do quite well because the tree coverage, it's still back into of winter. Things are still
that's
dead.
fair. Yep.
You can
Okay.
see through the canopy. Budding a little bit, not much. A lot of control burns, so a lot of that Weesatch is gone. Um, so yeah, I'm convinced, and with the recent cold snap they just had, uh, we should be very good. Any later, park's back open, things are green and
Mm-mm.
hot. You know, any sooner, we're too cold and wet. So this is kind of like the sweet spot, and so I think it'll be good. Um, Colt, we could all wear multicam, just wear colored duct tape on our arms. No, uh, and then some things that have to change because of safety. The uniformity issue. Bare arms, bare legs, no longer authorized. It's got to be, a shirt that covers your sleeve, armpits and sleeves. And it's got to have sleeves on it, and you got to have pants on. Sorry, guys. In my rules, it's the insurance policy. So, um,
Do sleeve? I imagine. I imagine. I know the answer to this is probably you have to have a shirt with sleeves, although you can roll the sleeves up at some point.
right.
You
Well,
just have
eh,
to.
they,
Insurance usually
a
says
t-shirt with sleeves. You
yes.
know,
Yeah,
no,
it has to have them. Whatever you
yeah,
do,
no,
whatever the player does with them is what the player does with them.
yeah,
But you
uh,
verify they had the sleeves. Yeah.
yeah. None, can you cut
Stop.
off the,
Colt.
you
Colt.
know,
Stop it.
stop Colt, asking
Mm,
for a friend? The answer is simple. No. Our insurance gets renewed here in about a week, and they were like, "Here are the summary of changes." You've had players running around with wife beaters on, and running around in kilts, tactic kilts, and skirts and shirts, and or whatever. A towel. I guess there was a game where a guy had a bath towel wrapped around him at one of these other
what?
events. Yeah, and he took a shot to a testicle, ruptured his testicle.
Oh
So
God.
the
Yeah.
insurance is just like, it was a paintball game. I'm like, oh, okay, not too much, and I'm like, I understand why you're telling me this. Um, so it's the reality that we live in. Um, Sorry. I want to host. I want to be able to host games. In order to do that, got to have insurance.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Jokes
um,
aside, there's other jobs
and
out there. Yeah.
I am totally agnostic to how people live their lives.
Yep.
I'm more focused on what risk mitigation I have. Uh, Cold pain, yes, you can wear them in the life support area all you want. Same thing I told Dallas. He can wear his shorts in the LSA all that he wants. But I even told Ghost, you want to wear your kilt at Chrono? Sure. Uh, but the moment the game's on and you're on the field, sorry. That's just
Insurance
the
is
way
a
it
real
goes,
thing.
man. It is a real thing, and you got to
Hmm.
protect yourselves, and you got to protect the players from themselves, Um, so yeah, no, you can't bring your own boats to Fury. Jax, looking at you. So, uh, but yeah, going to be a good time here in a couple of weeks. Um, get your tickets.
Yeah.
The game is actually very very affordable in terms of pricing. So that'll be funny. Uh,
We're moving
so
fans. Yep.
um,
So 4 minutes left. You are going to be somewhere, um, not not in charge in about a month or so.
yes, I will be in Copan with.
There it is.
I will be at
There it is.
Centurion, and man, you could do a whole show. We need to do a whole show just talking about Copan and what
Yeah.
Centurion Combat Simulations is. If you've never heard of what I'm talking about, look up a thing called Robin Sage. Um, it's what the SF, the Green Berets in training do. Phenomenal in terms of immersion. Um, it's like an escape room with airsoft. That's about the best way to describe it, and I think Bubba or Sisu was the one that described it that way. Everything you do builds the storyline, and I'm glad that I'm going to have guys like you there, to where you're vending,
Yep.
so um, where you get involved and you go, "Holy shit, Sal! You want me to what? Yeah, I want you to go to a bar downtown Blakely. I want you to meet this guy, and then I want you, when he's not looking, poison him. It'll be great. It'll be great. Go for it. You know, and you're like, what? And the other, and you'll have a counter surveillance team covering your backside as you're going in there. It'll be awesome. Or Dom's got to do a fucking meet and greet in a cemetery. So and whatever you glean from those meetings will go into developing a target hit package that we've got to execute somewhere in Southern Copan. So
That's
you
all.
get back and you go, this is the safe house they're staying at. Okay, boys, here's where we're putting our blocking positions. Okay, you guys are the breach team. You're the QRF. All right, let's go. You know, that's just a facet of that. And it's fast, it's heavy, it's quick. You got to be jumping on your ass. And you see a lot of people like Nate Lord, Viva Copan, um, Lucky. Yeah, Lucky. We need to get you on that one because that guys like you and Dave, um, we can really really and it's Irina, it's Blakely. We've been there
Yes.
before,
Yes. Yes.
so
Yes.
see it in a different light.
I have to tell you, speaking of that, uh, so Gladius got my guy Chris hooked. He's done. That's it. He's talking about wanting to come to Centurion. He's wanting to come. He's definitely wanting to try to get the Stonebreaker. He's like he's locked in. He runs a bolt gun because he's an actual he's a shooter. He grew up doing that. We built the gun for him. D hop the whole thing. HPA. He was in his he backpack, tripods over here, guns over he's full out
There's
and
a You
loves
just
it.
reminded me. There's a great photo from this past weekend of guys setting up their sniper hide at Viking. So when somebody tells me your events are too kinetic, they're too busy, there's no way for snipers to set up, no, man. Look at the
Yeah,
photos.
absolutely. And using those guys accordingly. My team was a team of 8. I had 2 snipers, one of them could rotate between sniper and rifleman. I had 2 SMGs. I was on an LMG, and then the second day I was on an M4, but we were a perfect team, and we knew exactly how each other played, and we were on it, and we utilized everybody's ability. I had an amazing time. Absolutely, and if you Snick, if you buy in, if you pretend hard, if you get in and you do it, that's your weekend away anyway. Stop complaining and have fun. Be a kid. If you're not a kid, if you're an adult, be a kid again. Pretend.
Yep.
Get in there and do it, because I tell you what, you'll have the stories. You'll absolutely have the stories if you do it
Yep.
without fail. So definitely get out there and do it, guys. We got Iron Fury coming up next. Get out there, Eastern tickets. Get your Eastern tickets. If you don't want to play Eastern, that's fine. Play Western, but get a ticket no matter what. Um, Come fight for me or against me. Either way, don't care. Just get out there and play. Sal, as always, thank you so much for being on, bud. Thank you for putting on an amazing event, amazing series of events, and just making this community what it is. I really do appreciate it. Last word, sir.
Boys and girls, children of all ages, it's the season's on, man. The fight season is on. The 2026 Third Coast fighting season is open. Iron Fury, followed by friggin' Stonebreaker. Then we're out to Pennsylvania for an interesting thing, and for Bone Crusher. Um, we've got the BB, the 6 millimeter con coming up in Florida. You
Very
know,
soon.
the fight season is on, man. We're gonna be all in it. Coach is talking about tier ones down at the BB con.
Yep.
Um,
Twenty-two
snipe.
thousand square feet to run them.
An urban sniper course while you're at the BB Fest for prizes. Um, the fight season's on, guys. Get in on it. Don't
Let's
miss
do
out.
it. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, sir. I will talk to you. Guys, thank you for joining in, making this one a great one, and we will see you next week. Thanks again, everybody.